Hi everyone, this is Menz here. I'm going to be playing the Tier 4 Premium Russian medium tank, the T28E F-30, which if you're wondering what the F-30 stands for, basically means the gun it equips. Essentially, the T28, a long time ago before they rebalanced a lot of tanks, had the F-30 gun on it. I'm fairly sure it was the same name. If not, it was statistically almost identical to the tank you see here. But it was removed and replaced with a higher rate of fire gun, lower alpha. So essentially this is a rehash of a old tank. Now, the T28E F-30 has a little bit better armor than the standard T28. It's a lot slower, and it has basically a bigger gun on it. It doesn't have more DPM, but it has a large amount of alpha, so it has more effective DPM, basically meaning you're going to be able to use a lot of it because you're not needed to basically expose yourself consistently. Let's see, I'm struggling to believe that my people are still sitting within the base right now. Alright, so I'm probably going to get popped here, but I'd rather get a nice big hit off on him. See if he tries to get another shot. But this tank basically excels at getting big hits on the enemy and basically popping back out, getting another big hit. You want to try to play as safe as possible. While your HP is decent for a tier 4 medium, you're not exactly going to have a large amount of wiggle room, especially if you get hit by artillery, like I almost did right there. So I'm actually going to reevaluate my plan a little bit. Now, your gun depression isn't very good on this. However, I have a feeling I'm going to be able to pop up here real quick. Get a nice little hit on this hetzer. Whew, never mind. Maybe not. Thought I might have got a nice hit off there, but let's go after this Matilda instead, since he looks like he's gonna push. Now your aiming time is very long on this. And that didn't exactly work. Aiming time very long, accuracy very poor. So you really have to set up your position and shots below, or not below, before the enemy actually gets over to you. So I'm gonna be backing up a little bit here. Just waiting for this guy to come around one of these corners, since more likely than not he's gonna be like, oh, I'm in a Matilda, I have a lot of armor, I'm good to come around that corner at him. Yep, although those guys kind of ruined it a little bit for me. Alright, so we're still pretty much tied here. And now we're starting to fall behind a little bit here. It would be nice if these guys moved back a little bit. There we go. Right. At least I got a good hit off on him, but now he's pushing up on me. So I might be able to... There we go. Playing with fate a little bit, but got a little lucky there on those last two shots. I'll take it though. We'll see if this Matilda pops back out. Essentially, if the enemy gives it to you, you might as well take it. If they're gonna pop out for you, just stay aimed in, wait for them to come back around. Now there's this Hetzer here. Shit, I did not get lucky there. But I should. Okay, let's draw this Hetzer back a little bit. There we go. I was about to say. I thought that M8 was going to kill him a little quicker than he did, or quicker than he didn't. However, just don't take chances in this tank. You just want to let the enemy make mistakes in front of you. Since it is a tier 4, oftentimes playing against a lot of tier 5s and under, you can expect enemies to make more mistakes than if you're playing a higher tier tank. but as long as you don't try to force things, usually the shots come to you. Even though there's poor accuracy in this, you can work around it just with throwing more shells at the enemy, and hopefully they don't swarm you by the time you're able to land enough shots to take them out. Alright, he got nailed. So I'm gonna go over to this artillery, since that looks like where that other T28E is pushing towards. I don't know if he's gonna continue pushing, but I definitely need to do something, because I'd rather not be facing him alone with my shit. Of course I missed. That was pretty bad on my part. It would be nice to get him out. Shit. Of course I don't need to worry about that now. Alright, T28. We just fired, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Fuck. That was very stupid on my part. Yeah, I'm doing very bad. I'm trying to force things here, and it's not working out too good for me. It would be very nice if our artillery can take him out. Or even this Matilda here. I'm gonna back up as much as possible. This is one of my weak points, as most people are able to get a quick hit off on me. Come on, Matilda. I have faith in you. Yeah, I'm not too worried about the base right now because there's only one guy on it. It's a light tank. We have plenty of time to get to it. Alright, so this guy's coming off of the base. That makes things a little bit harder for me. At least we have a Matilda, though. He should be fine if that light tank engages him. But if this tank ever comes back up for sale, it's well worth getting. Not that it's the best tank in the world, but it's certainly fun to play. Oh no. Alright, where are you heading, little tank? There he is. Ooh, there we go. It's a nice little 6-kill gain here. I was a little worried there for a second, but he waited just a little bit too long to fire. But had I kept rushing towards him instead of stopping and letting my gun aim in, I would have most likely died there. So pretty decent match here. Mastery badge first class, Top Gun award, high caliber, damage wise 1,561, of course 6 kills, a little over 1,000 experience. I blocked a little bit and just spotted for a little bit, and a pretty decent profit here. Since this tank is basically built around its gun and doing damage, you can I wouldn't say very easily, but more often than not, you're going to do a lot of damage. So you actually make a pretty decent amount of credits for Tier 4 Premium in this. Like I was saying, the armor on this, while not great, it is good enough in the front to stand up against a lot of the lower tier light tanks that you face, and even some mediums if you angle a little bit. You just don't want to angle too much because your sides aren't that great. But the gun on this, essentially a tier 6 gun, you see the 85mm F-30. If you compare this to the standard T28 here, let's see if I can bring this up. Basically, standard T28, you have a 76mm, but really, we'll just bring this up just to show it. But essentially the 57mm is the top gun on the T28. But compared to it, as you see, your damage per shot a lot higher than the 57mm and even the 76mm, and your penetration even better than both of them. However, your premium round, it is a PCR, has a little bit less penetration than the 57mm. But 57mm essentially beats you out in accuracy, aiming time, and damage per minute. But the 85mm F-30 gun that you find on the premium T28 beats it out in alpha. I would say effective DPM, because really with the higher alpha you need to land less shots, penetrate less shots, and you can hide behind cover while you reload. So you're really gonna have a leg up against another T28 unless you find yourself in open ground and it's moving around you very quickly. In that situation, you're probably gonna lose. But as far as equipment goes, I run a gun laying drive, of course, to get that aiming speed a little bit better, rammer for the reload, and also ventilation to kind of help a little bit in both areas. And I haven't really found a need to use the premium APCR yet. It does improve your penetration by a decent amount, but I find that 120mm is decent against some tier 6 tanks, but APCR you really only need against some select tank destroyers and heavy tanks at tier 5 and 6. So most of the time you just sling HE or AP and even against getting the HE, I do carry 12 because, as you see, the alpha on it is fairly high. Your penetration isn't too bad when you consider that you're going to be facing a lot of tier 3 and even tier 4 light tanks, and 43mm penetration is enough to penetrate a lot of light tank armor in the lower tiers. But all in all, this is a pretty damn good premium tank, and while it does have its flaws, to me it's more positive than negative, and it's a damn fun tank to play if you play it cautiously but aggressively at the same time. So if you have a chance to buy it or win it or whatever, I would say go for it, because it's a fun tank and it doesn't really cost that much money either compared to other premiums. So anyway, thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out my websites, wattguru.com and also menzgaming.com. Thanks for watching.